All right, I was never gonna do one of these videos, but then some of you shared it would be helpful, and now that I'm doing it, I'm really excited. I'm gonna share with you everything I carry on my motorcycle, with the exception of two things. There are two things that I carry that I can guarantee no other motorcyclist is carrying these things. And I'm just not gonna share because I don't wanna get the slack for it. Maybe in the future I'll share someday. But I'm gonna share with you everything else aside from those two things. You're welcome to guess what it is. It's not weird. But yeah, here we go. So they boil down 6 categories: camping, clothing, toiletries, electronics, kitchen food items, and motorcycle items. And at the end, I'm going to share with you 6 things that you may not be thinking about to carry, but that I use every day and find really helpful. So it could be helpful and to give you ideas. Okay, first up is camping. This is everything that I bring for camping materials. This is my sleeping bag. It's pretty heavy and pretty bulky, but it's what I have and what I had since college, and it goes down to 0 degrees, but it is bulky and big. I also use this camping mat. It's again from college, the most basic one. It takes up a lot of space, but it's very light, and I prefer to sleep on this, so I use this. I also use an inner line, sort of like a silk sleeping bag, and that's this. I can just clean this very easily. Next is my actual tent. This is what it packs into. Again, I used a stuff sack to pack it as small as I can, and you may have seen it from my videos, but I use the MSR Hubba Hubba tent. It's a 2-person tent, so it allows me to bring my gear inside the tent with me if it's raining really heavily or I need stuff. So I think it's been a really great tent, especially because I use it quite often and sometimes live out of my tent, so it's been really good. But again, kind of bulky and kind of heavy. This is my pillow. I used to use a much bigger pillow. This is a recent upgrade. This is another new item to the list, a jungle hammock. Because of where I'm headed, which I will be telling you soon, I decided to get this. So this is new for me. I don't know how long it'll last. Probably the next time I go back to the States, this will go back, but jungle hammock. And then these are the tent poles. Some small items that are absolutely essential for camping, I would say. Not too many, but of course, your good old headlamp is definitely a necessity. This is also a really great luminade. You can blow it up and it becomes a light, a lamp. A sleep mask, of course. I would say this is a definite must, even if you're not camping, if you're staying in hostels. There's always like TV lights or street lights, so this is a must, I would say, along with earplugs. I'll save the next item for the end. Oh, and last for camping, I've got this. It's a yoga mat. It weighs like an ounce. It's so light. It's just foam, but it's bulky, and I'm debating whether I donate this somewhere and continue on. Now for clothes, here is all my clothes. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I have. All right, I've got 5 t-shirts, including this one, regular, everyday type of t-shirts. Got 1 sleep t-shirt. Then I have 3 t-shirts that I wear on the motorcycle, kind of wick-away style t-shirts. I have another wick-away t-shirt that I wear running. So that's 4 workout t-shirts. I have 1 athletic long sleeve. I have 2 shorts, one that I'm wearing right now, 1 sweater, 1 cashmere sweater, jacket, and then a puff jacket and a rain jacket that's hanging up right there. 1 pair of pants. They're kind of like hiking pants. Got 2 pairs of leggings because I wear these all the time. 1 pair of shorts, 2 dresses, 1 very casual beachy style, and 1 if I was invited somewhere nice. Long john thermals, which I never use, but if I ever need to use them, it would be very important to have them. And I've got a hat, which I use all the time in high altitude, cold places. 1 bikini, 2 sports bras, 2 slingy bras. And then for socks and underwear, I carry probably too many. I carry about between 10 and 14 pairs. One recommendation I would definitely say to do is definitely invest in merino wool undergarments. It makes a huge difference. These socks are alpaca socks, and so far they've been amazing. I mean, and this brand is called Hollow. That's all I have for clothes. I would say I have one extra of what I need. I could probably get away with just 3 athletic shirts. And yeah, that's what I got. Next up is personal items, or what's called toiletries. This is obviously a very personal topic, but it's all very personal. This whole thing is very personal to show you what I carry, but I don't do a lot in terms of the toiletries. At least I don't think I do. Maybe I do, because I'm a girl. But I'm gonna show you anyway, and just so you get an idea. Okay, here we go, rapid fire. This is a rose water spray, aloe for your skin, shampoo and conditioner, my jewelry, this is a bracelet and scrunchie, deodorant, a comb, thermometer, face oil and hair oil, peppermint essential oil for when I get headaches. This is makeup remover, wet towels, chapstick, perfume, tweezers, nail clippers, mascara and eyebrow stuff. Paste and toothbrush, of course. That's what I do for toiletries. Oh, and floss. Almost forgot. Hair clip, brush, and this is a dry brush for your skin before the shower. Next is electronics. One of the more annoying categories because of all of the chargers and batteries, and I would say this is the heaviest category there is. So I've got my drone controller. It's very big and very heavy. 5 drone batteries. I go through these very quickly. 2 external hard drives and then 2 SSD hard drives. I actually have 3 GoPros. One I'm filming on, another one, and then this is a very old one that I rarely use. A DSLR camera, which I take photos with. I don't do much videoing with this, just mostly photos. Tripods are like the bane of my existence also. I have a really hard time finding a good one soon enough. I want to invest in a good one, but these are my tripods, also kind of heavy. There's 3 in here. One is for the DSLR, one is for just a cell phone, and then the other is this Insta360 one, which I haven't yet used because my Insta360 is new. Then I've got a Kindle, and I actually have 2 of these. One is much smaller than this one, but external batteries for camping and recharging my stuff and emergency. I literally have 2 GoPro cases that are just filled with chargers. So the charger for the drone batteries, drone remote, all the GoPro accessories. This is also the bane of my existence. I've gone through it all to see how I can slim down. These end up dropping all the time and you lose them. So there are parts that I try not to bring too much extra of what I don't need. But there are just some things that it's very difficult to get while you're traveling. So this is all backup batteries. I have about 9 GoPro batteries. I have about 2 extra DSLR batteries. I've got 2 extra Insta360 batteries, oh my gosh, and I use them all. I will go through all 9 of those batteries in a day. The GoPro batteries do not last long. They also will start shutting off the camera at 30%. So chargers, I try and just keep 1 to 2 extra of these. Then I have a bunch of these sticks for GoPro carrying while I walk, and then also going onto the bike. Okay, that's all my electronic stuff. I also have a computer and a iPad. I also keep some notebooks with me because I also use that a lot for my brainstorming and things that I do. Next up is food and kitchen stuff. I do dehydrated fruit. My go-to is dates. I always have a bag of dates with me for emergency or just for food if I couldn't find anything to eat. I also keep tea with me for the times I go to a cold place and you just need something warm. 1 water bottle, 2 more water bottles fold up when there's no liquid in them, and they become 1 liter when you put water in them. So I've got 2 of these. And then I've got this cute nifty difty case with just some utensils, because I literally eat on the road. And then I always have extra Ziploc bags. 2 things that I'm going to show you at the end. All right, guys, motorcycle stuff, my expertise. I'm just kidding, no, it's not. But here's what I carry. Clean my chain. This is brushes to clean the chain cleaner, and oil for the chain. Right now I have this sealant, tubeless sealant that I haven't yet put on, but I'm gonna put into my tires. Everybody's favorite, zip ties. I have a bunch of different sizes in here. This is a little filter that I was recommended to get for a gas filter, I guess. This is a little measuring tape. Just when I am adjusting my chain, sometimes it's just nice to have the actual measurement of whether the chain needs to be adjusted or not. This is a tire pressure thing to check my tire pressure. I don't actually use this much, but it actually has some sentimental value, so I keep it with me. This is called Bug Slide. You might know of it, but it just cleans your helmet. Glues and thread lock, lubricant stuff here, which I almost never use, but I keep with me. And I've got some string. This I would say is pretty important. Thankfully, I haven't had to use it, but in case I ever need to be towed. I actually have 2 pairs of extra gloves, everybody's favorite. I got some duct tape, and then what's called the monster tape. I forget what it's called. And then of course rubber bands, which are also really useful to have. A jumper battery. So this is the cables and the jumper, and I've had to use this a few times. Tubeless puncture kit, and it has an air compressor in it, and that's why it's so big. So then standard tool kit. Recently picked up a map, which is sort of fun to have. Love maps, my favorite. And this is so random, but it's a little guide to tying knots. I don't know why I have this, and I just keep it with me. Big old ginormous thing. It's a wheel lock, and this one has an alarm attached to it. It gives me the extra peace of mind having the alarm on it, and I think peace of mind is so important. So whatever can give you peace of mind, because you want to be in that state of being, right? And this is my little rain suit. I got this at Walmart for like $8. It's a child size frog brand rain gear suit that I'll just throw on over my motorcycle clothes. Okay, I think we've literally done it. There's a few things I forgot, like I carry sneakers because I go for runs, and flip-flops, and of course there's my motorcycle jacket and boots and jeans, and a pair of barefoot shoes that are really tiny that I also wear, but that's pretty much it. I saved to the end a few items that I think are really useful. Okay, so number 1 is a big knife and a little cutting board, and I don't know if this is something everyone would be bringing on their trip, but for me it's so handy to have because I literally do eat on the side of the road all the time. That's my favorite place to eat, and just to, even crack open a watermelon or, chop some cucumber, I can make little bowls of things. So this is pretty much how I survive on the road for eating, more or less. Another strange, but I use it all the time, is just some good old baking soda. I use this to clean my fruits and vegetables. Okay, this next one is for the motorcycle. It may be something that you have thought of bringing, or are wondering whether it's worth to bring or not. I think it's worth to bring. That's why I'm highlighting it here. And it's a cover for your motorcycle. This brings a lot of peace of mind. I definitely use it a lot. Every once in a while, finding parking is not always easy. So sometimes you have to leave your motorcycle outside in a safe town, but it just always brings that extra peace of mind to have it covered. I love that I carry my cover even though it's big and bulky. So this is a little backpack. It folds into this little pocket, and yeah, I use it a lot. Also, this is a tote bag, And I use this a lot for when I'm getting like groceries, when I'm getting fruits and vegetables, or when I'm carrying stuff. So it might seem like you don't need both the backpack and the tote, but I definitely use them both. And if you're anything like me, I would recommend it. Okay, a couple more unusual things. Well, not so unusual, but maybe just not so common or obvious that I just want to highlight. So I bring a quality laundry detergent. This one is powder. This is specialized laundry detergent, and it really sustains the quality. And another thing maybe you'll think is silly, but this is a screen cleaner for my computer and my iPad, and a cloth. And I use them because you would be surprised, maybe you're not surprised, how dirty it can get. Sometimes I'm sitting at a campsite, or just the general travel, it gets really dirty. So it's actually really nice to have this. It's a pretty small one. So then lastly, I get weirdly excited about paper towels. These ones are cloth paper towels, and I use it on the side of the road often, either to clean my hands or to clean up something. And then when I'm making food, I'm using it all the time. So I just love to have the paper towels handy. I also use them when I clean my chain. I'll just use one paper towel and I'll go through and clean the whole thing. They're just super sturdy, and like I think you can even like reuse them, but you can find these at any grocery store, but I just find these really useful to keep around. And then lastly, well, this is from a company called Matador. They're a travel company, perhaps you know them. This is just, I'm not gonna take it out all the way, but it's like a little, it's nylon or something, but it's like a little blanket. So you can lie it out if you're camping on the floor, and it just gives you more like living space. Then lastly is this, my Moto Medic. An Instagram friend actually sent this to me as a gift, and it's pretty nice to have. It basically is all medical stuff. And I'm gonna try and keep it on the outside of my motorcycle just so it's accessible. So that's it. I hope that was helpful. I hope it was just interesting to see what other people take on the road. It's probably the most personal thing. You know, we can't carry a lot as motorcyclists, so what we do carry is all very meaningful, and everyone's going to be so different. So I guess it's nice to see what other people carry, and maybe it brings ideas for you. So yeah, I hope it was helpful, and I'd love to hear what I don't have that you guys might carry. And yeah, maybe what you would throw away out of what I have could be fun to hear. And I'll just share at the end a little piece of my philosophy with it, especially with the motorcycle stuff. You might notice that like I don't carry a whole lot of motorcycle items. You also might notice that I don't know a whole lot about the motorcycle. And for anyone out there that is maybe planning a trip and thinking about what they need to carry in terms of extras, if you haven't traveled in these countries, you would be surprised to know that there are so many people with mechanical knowledge. And anytime I've ever had an issue, I've always been able to work it out on the road and with the people around me, and everything kind of magically comes together. I think there is a really nice mix between preparing and trusting. So I take what gives me peace of mind, like the cover and the alarm, and what makes me feel comfortable on the road. And otherwise, I really trust that I'm going to find what I need, and I always do. I have a ton of stories about, previously not having the right tools, but I had a very synchronistic thing happen where I ended up getting the right tools just days before I actually needed them. So that's a little bit of my philosophy. So I hope that made sense. If I can be of help in any way with any questions, obviously let me know in the comments, and I'll be super duper happy to respond and talk to you about this stuff. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And oh, I'm sorry, the previous video was about me buying my new bike. The next video will be my bike reveal. So this was a little interim about what I pack, and then the next video, you're gonna see my new bike. I'm excited to show you. Okay, bye.